Prime Minister Narendra Modi to participate in the outreach sessions of G7 summit. GST Council approves reduction on COVID medical devices and drugs. Four die in rain-induced landslide in Mizoram. Landslide on National Highway 27 disrupts road communication to Barak Valley. And Meghalaya government extends lockdown in East Khasi Hills by another week. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of Doordarshan Guwahati. This is Hongita Kakuti Pathak, and now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the outreach session of the G7 summit today and tomorrow in virtual format. The theme for the summit is Build Back Better, and UK has outlined 4 priority areas for its presidency. These are leading the global recovery from coronavirus, promoting future prosperity by championing free and fair trade, tackling climate change while preserving the planet's biodiversity, and the 4th agenda being championing shared values and open societies. This is the second time Prime Minister Modi will be participating in a G7 meeting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India's Aspirational Districts program aims to ensure inclusive and all-round development across the nation. Modi, in a tweet today, said many districts have witnessed holistic transformation under this program. He also expressed happiness on a report where the United Nations Development Programme UNDP India has lauded the Aspirational Districts program. The report termed the program as a successful model of local area development. It also captures the progress of the Aspirational Districts program and makes recommendations for further improvements. The GST Council today largely accepted the recommendations of the group of ministers constituted to look into extending the ambit of GST concessions on COVID treatment-related medical devices and drugs. Briefing the media in New Delhi, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman informed that the Council has agreed to reduce the GST on COVID vaccines to 5%. She said GST on antiviral drug Remdesivir has been reduced from 12% to 5%, while antifungal drug Amphotericin B has been exempted from all kinds of GST. GST reductions as well as exemptions on COVID-related equipment and drugs have been extended till September this year. This was the 44th GST Council meeting.
One item which is the furnaces, the electric furnaces which are used in the crematoriums. The GOM had recommended 12%. We, after the discussion in the Council, have brought it down further to 5%. Then temperature checking equipments, the GOM recommended 18%. After discussion in the Council today, we are bringing it down to 5%. The GOM's recommendation of 28 for the ambulance has been brought down to 12%. The recommendation of the GST GOM on this issue of goods which are being used for the COVID-19 treatment was placed for the GST Council to discuss. The GOM's recommendation.
In an unfortunate incident today in Mizoram, 4 minors, Laltla Moani and Laltan Pui, both 16 years of age, and the other 2, aged 5 and 3, were killed in a rain-induced landslide in the capital city. The incident occurred today morning in the Thuampui neighborhood when the retaining wall adjacent to the 2-floor Assam-type house collapsed, while the 2 adults, including the head of the family, managed to escape sustaining minor injuries. The 4 minors succumbed to the accident. Road communication to Barak Valley stands disrupted owing to a landslide on the National Highway 27 between Lumding and Lanka of Hojai district. Incessant rains for the last couple of days resulted in the landslide, snapping off communication link. Lumding Member of Assembly Shibu Mishra and National Highway Authority officials visited the landslide area. Mishra said that the debris shall be cleared soon and communication restored at the earliest. In the COVID update from the country, a significant decline in the active case loads and fresh COVID cases is witnessed. At present, there are over 10,80,000 active cases. As per data from the Health Ministry, over 1,21,000 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours, with which the total number of recovered cases in the country now stands at over 2,79 lakhs. Coming as a respite, the COVID recovery rate has crossed the landmark figure by crossing the 95% mark. Meanwhile, with over 4,000 deaths being reported in the last 24 hours, the total death toll in the country has mounted to over 3,67,000. In the COVID scenario from the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported a caseload of 3,274 active cases, while the number of cured cases were logged at 27,438. The tally for the dead stands at 138. Assam has a count of 45,477 active cases, followed by 4,03,170 cured cases. The dead accounted for 3,873. Reporting 8,922 active cases, Manipur records 48,902 released cases. The dead tallied at 944. Meghalaya has notched up 4,993 active cases, followed by 35,393 discharged cases, while the death toll is 714. Mizoram has a caseload of 3,501 active cases, while cured cases logged at 11,358. The dead account for 62. Logging 3,777 active cases, Nagaland has a count of 19,244 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 445, while Sikkim has logged 3,908 active cases. Released cases stand at 13,901. The death toll is 281. And lastly, Tripura has 5,699 active cases, while the cured cases accounted for 52,218, and the tally for the dead stands at 604. The two-day vaccination drive in Kamrup Metropolitan District begins today. Initiated by the State Health Department, the drive is being carried out in 58 vaccination centers of the district. The initiative shall provide the first dose of the vaccine for people within the age group of 18 to 44 years. A health worker at one such vaccination center applauded the vaccination drive. The Sikkim government has notified new measures to control COVID-19 with further relaxations. The new guidelines will be effective from 5 a.m. of June 14th to 21st June morning. The current lockdown was implemented from the 16th of May due to a surge in cases and was extended phase-wise. The Meghalaya government has decided to extend the lockdown in East Khasi Hills by another week. Meanwhile, in other districts, the Deputy Commissioners have been empowered to take decisions as per the local situation. The Deputy Commissioners also have the authority to decide on the openings of non-essential shops up to 20% and the plying of 20% of commercial vehicles as well. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the epicenter of the virus is slowly shifting to other districts and the government will ensure that rural infrastructure is equally prepared for the situation. Districts such as West Garo Hills, West Jaintia Hills have crossed 70 to 80 cases on an average in the last few days. To take stock of the present COVID-19 situation, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, along with other ministers and health officials, held a review meeting for both the East and West Jaintia Hills district. The genome sequence of many samples showed that the highly infectious Delta variant was becoming more prevalent throughout the state.
Steps are taken in advance so that containment measures can be taken and awareness can be created about ensuring that the reports come in on time, people test on time, and people can take preventive measures on time. So it is a matter of concern, there's no doubt about it. But we have definitely made as much arrangements as possible. We have to be careful, we have to keep a watch. The fact that this variant also that we found in Meghalaya is also one of the infectious ones.
The 34th Bodoland Martyrs Day was observed today in the memory of the first martyr of the Bodoland movement, Sujit Narjari, and other martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the cause of Bodoland. The Bodoland Territorial Council, that is BTC administration, observed the day at the Bodoland Martyrs Cemetery at Deborgaon in Kokrajhar district. Floral tributes were paid. Minister Urkha Gaura Brahma on the occasion stressed the need of building a strong society free from violence, drugs and other antisocial activities. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to participate in the outreach sessions of a G7 summit. GST Council approves reduction on COVID medical devices and drugs. Four die in rain-induced landslide in Mizoram. Landslide on National Highway 27 disrupts road communication to Barak Valley. And Meghalaya government extends lockdown in East Khasi Hills by another week. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.